Good day, Bob here at Weldnrust, and today we are going to do something a little different. It's kind of tied in for other projects I'm doing. We've got another major project that got dropped in my lap that I've been working on the content of. But I want to show you this one because there was something to be learned in this process. And this has to do with spot welding with a MIG and a TIG. Have a look. This is my Everlast TIG welder. I haven't used it a whole lot because, I'm sorry, my wonderful little MIG does such a wonderful job. I've been using it a lot. I'm used to it. Let's start with spot welding with a TIG welder. Now, the cup I got is one of the larger ones. This is a 1/8. I'm using a larger tungsten and the flat end. I got to take the paint off of it, but this is more for demonstration because I've already tried some experiments. And what I normally do is, and the other videos that are out there for this one will tell you the same thing. You got to be below flush of the surface. I try to keep it about, I don't know if I can show you, about a 16th below. Might not show up very well. Here we go. About a 16th below, 3/30 seconds. Sometimes you're a little, if you can go a little deeper, that's better, but depending on your machine. Current, if I use 2 plates, let's say 50 thou thick, I'd have like 113, 115, whatever amps. One of the biggest problems I found with the TIG, it's with the gas when it starts melting, if it doesn't blow through, it tends to blow back. That's why you get a hole in one of the plates and not the back, because it ends up doing that. You know, I've had to regrind the tungsten a few times because I was getting the same thing. Because once you're making the puddle and the gas in that enclosed area, it just loves to blow it onto here, and then it don't work worth a you know what. Anyways, this is why we're going to try the MIG. But I tried a bunch of spot welds, and see if I can show you a couple of them. Is when I did some experiments, I could get spot welds. I would get penetration through. Let's see, I got a one there, there, and there. And the problem I had with it, yes, you can spot weld, and yes, it'll be reasonably strong. But what I found is I had a heck of a time with consistency, especially in really awkward spots like underneath the car. So I tried to see if I can come up with something else, because if you go wrong, it tends to blast holes right through. You can kind of see a nice example here. And I found that was way too easy to do with TIG. So I got thinking, is there an easier way to do it? Can I do this with a MIG? So I got thinking, let's try some experiments. Actually, you can see some of the experiments. Okay, I want to show you something. Is over on the MIG. On my particular machine, I run as high heat as I can and as low a feed rate as I can get away with. That's actually going to work. And I'm going to do a demonstration, and I recommend you listen to how it's working to give you some idea of what it should sound like, and that way you can see the results as well. Okay, have a listen, because it's not going to sound like normal MIG welding. So I can get it kind of in where I want it. And I'm not trying to actually clamp it to see how well it's going to work without clamping. Penetrated. You see, oh yeah, that's a good one. Well, almost. Okay, have a listen. That sucker getting hot. Well, you can see it did penetrate. Is it going to be strong enough? I don't know. I'm going to call that strong enough, if I can do that. So, there's your demonstration. If you're really worried about strength, you could probably do the same thing from the other side if you have access to it, and do it again. I'm not sure if this is going to snap on me. No. But just for some giggles, I'll make the point, see if it matters. So if I were to take that and go, this way you know you got good penetration. If you can get both sides, oh yeah. The trick is, with the high heat and the low wire speed, you get more of a dividend here, not as much buildup on top, which is what you really don't want to do, to make it look like a spot weld, because that looks like a big massive one. But in this case, I'm more concerned about strength than I am about appearance, but I also like the idea I don't have to do as much grinding. So, as you can see, it can be done with a MIG. Ugh. And you also heard the sound. It does sound different. It doesn't sound like normal MIG welding. You just have to keep that in mind when you're trying it. But again, you're going to have to experiment. Okay, have fun with it, guys. And thanks for watching.